In 1872, celebrations can ensue. Today's the day our dreams come true. To bridge the Ouse at Cawood, Philemy-oo-rie-rie-rie, 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 to bridge the Ouse at Cawood.
From this act came Cawood Bridge. A display in the old boys' school told of the river crossing. An old bridge controller panel from a former restoration. A children's competition was held. The prize? To operate the bridge on the anniversary. The winner was 10-year-old Toby Settle, being photographed with Margaret Brearley, who chaired the organising committee.
Thank you very much. Do you want to take it back or do you want to carry it? Okay, thank you.
I can remember being on the bridge one afternoon when the wind was blowing towards Selby and there was a motorhouse coming up and I was talking to the bridge.
It was story time in the church with bridge keepers' experiences.
But there was some excitement, as the dad used to say, there was always some excitement at the bridge.
Paul Shepherd told a tall story of a frustrated driver stuck at the open bridge.
And the lady by this time was quite irate, and she said, "I say, Greek attendant, I didn't see a ship pass through." He said, "No, it was a submarine."
Yes, indeed, yes.
A few years ago now, but
It is, but it's...
The main event was a performance by actor and storyteller Chris Cade.
This way. Can do, yeah. Allow me to introduce myself properly as Mr. William Henry Nicholson, gentleman of this parish and chairman of the Cawood Bridge Company. We are gathered here today to bear witness, ladies and gentlemen, to the accomplishment of our dreams. Here we are at the commercial inn of Mr. Warrington, also known locally as the Ferry Inn of Jono. Now, there has for centuries been a ferry. You see opposite the ferry boat inn on the Kelfield bank. Now the ferry boat crossing, as it was nothing much more, let's be honest, than a rowing boat on a rope. Now a more permanent structure will be safer because the dangers of ferry boat crossings are very grave. Indeed, they have provided a watery grave for too many folk. Generations of ferrymen resident at the ferry boat inn on the Kelfield bank, where the boats are housed, will tell you that they indeed cannot guarantee you a crossing at your convenience, and certainly not even a safe crossing then. The Cawood carrier, Mr. Pilmer, with his wife, Mrs. Pilmer, alongside him in the covered wagon, which had several passengers returning from a very busy day at York Market. They wanted a crossing. Maybe it was against the better judgment of the ferryman, but I can tell you this: they set off. There must have been a sudden gust of wind that lifted the cover on the wagon, do you know? Why, it hoisted it almost like a sail, just momentarily, and caught the wind. And the ferry boat drifted away from its predicted course, downriver, into the path, coming the other way, coming upstream of a heavily laden barge. I'm afraid to tell you, there was a concussion, a calamitous collision, and the contents of the wagon, which was on the ferry, as well as the carrier and his wife, were cascaded into the river. Now, a burly boatman leant over the side of his boat because he was just about within reach of Mr. and Mrs. Pilmer, and offered them assistance. But even he realized that he had limitations. I can only save one of ye. Which is it to be? And Mr. Pilmer valiantly, whilst he coughed and spluttered and flailed and floundered in the water, shouted, "Save Bessie." Those were his last words. Now, bravery in these circumstances is laudable, but it can also be foolhardy. We must bridge the Ouse at Cawood, it being desirable that a bridge by which passage of the River Ouse may be effected with ease and safety at all times should be substituted for the present inconvenient and dangerous ferry at Cawood. The inhabitants of the neighbouring parishes are forming a company for the purpose of establishing such a bridge. The river has been carefully surveyed by Robert Hodgson, Esquire, engineer, who has prepared a plan calculated to provide a secure passage at the least cost, £10,500. Now, I'm as thrifty a Yorkshireman as the rest of you, but I do believe Mr. Hodgson's quotation offers value for money. No expense can be spared. It will be a worthwhile investment for us all. We must not procrastinate. Time and tide wait for no man. In 1869, I must admit I spoke my mind. Surely now it is the time to bridge the Ouse at Cawood. I propose moderate tolls no more than those charged at Selby Toll Bridge. The bridge master shall be the toll collector, alongside his other duties, and will earn a good salary and be given a house. We must set a weight limit. We don't want anyone to damage our precious new bridge, now do we? No vehicle propelled by steam or machinery shall cross the bridge without the consent of the company. We'll have it all written up in black and white and posted at either side of the river. Cawood Bridge is designed as a swing bridge, allowing passage along the river for shipping, which of course retains right of way. It will, I assure you, be a great feat of engineering. In 1871, I put my stovepipe hat back on. Foundations dug, the works begun to bridge the Ouse at Cawood. Fill-a-me-oo-ree-I-ree-ay, 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 to bridge the Ouse at Cawood. Our ambition has been realised. Toby's on his way to the cab now as we speak, the winner of the art competition. Is that fresh paint I can smell? Or is it just the sweet smell of success? There it is. It's a feeling I sense of satisfaction in the historic town of Cawood today. And today we have a new landmark. It will be our legacy. And indeed, tomorrow will be the 1st of August. I can foresee a day when it will be Yorkshire Day. Well, remember who it was who brought Yorkshire together. It was us here at Cawood. 3 cheers! 3 cheers for Cawood Bridge and the Bridge Master. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Don't tell me it's stuck. In 1872, celebrations can ensue. Today's the day our dreams come true. To bridge the Ouse at Cawood, fill-a-me-oo-ree-I-ree-ay, 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 to bridge the Ouse at Cawood. Gentlemen, Cawood Bridge graces the waterway. God bless her and all who sail under her.
10-year-old Toby must have been the youngest operator of the bridge.
I I was thrilled to win the model bridge competition. I had great fun in the bridge cabin when it swung open, and it was the best day of my life, and I'll remember it forever.
The White Cross Ski Club demonstrated their skills as a spectacular end to the celebration.
To bridge the Ouse at Cawood.